Yet again, here we are. Welcome back to another video. We have a lot of little things to button up on the Rally Miata before we take it to the first rally event on May 6th. It's actually May 6th, not May 5th. It's all optional. I don't have to do any of it. We could take the car to the rally event right now where it sits. It wouldn't pass tech, but we could. But there are a lot of things that I want to do that will make the car perform better, make it look better, and make it last longer. Some of the things we are going to do today is replace the self-tapper screws, the rusty self-tapper screws that are holding the fender flares on, with some nice riv nuts, and clean up the fenders of any rust that are underneath the fender flares. Possibly change plugs and wires if it's misfiring a little bit. We're gonna make the top mount intercooler a little bit more effective. Maybe button some more things up on the interior. It really depends on parts. We're waiting for a ton of parts to come into the mail before we can do most of the stuff. But we do have our riv nuts and our riv nut gun, so we can do that today, and that's why we are going to start off by doing that. But before we do anything, we've been working on this car for quite a while. We're gonna drive it. I'm gonna drive it. You're just watching. I'm gonna drive it. I wanna drive it. I wanna rip it. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna bring it all the way to redline, make sure it doesn't misfire, because it had some misfiring issues back in winter when I was dailying it, but that was also when it was winter, when it was snowy out, and I don't know. I'm gonna load the roof rack up with some trash and make a garbage run while we're at it. Most practical Miata. That sound, you can't hate it. I mean, you can definitely hate it, but it's just so, I don't know. I can definitely smell the fuel leak. That's probably not safe, but whatever. Wheel spin there. Got the goods. Deleted my cup holders, and now here I am, cup holderless. Oh well, it's worth it. I really love this road. Oh, do you hear all that gravel? Oh yeah. Definitely miss driving this thing. I forgot how many looks it gets. I stopped at the gas station and everyone was like pulling out their phone, taking pictures. Like looking at it. I had like 3 people come up to me and ask me what it was. It's so good. It's so good. It felt really awesome driving it. I'd say the only thing is there's a squeak. Might be from a shock, I don't know. For now, what we're gonna do is go ahead, pull off the fender flares, start riv nutting everything, repaint the fender flares, and then mount it with our new nice stainless steel hardware. Alright, we've come upon a slight dilemma. Part of me likes it without fender flares. Yeah, the fender flares look good, but it also looks good without the fender flares, and it gives it more clearance. So I really won't have to worry about rubbing if I, transition the metal right there. I actually like it better without fender flares. What's happening? I definitely like the side profile and the rear profile more without the fender flares. Looks a little bit more aggressive, more clearance, as I said. The front looks a little derpy without fender flares. I mean, not really. But here's the thing, all right? Let's talk a little bit. Originally, what I was planning on doing with this car, now that we're actually turning into like a Rally Miata, more speed-based off-roading, was to get a smaller, less aggressive tire and then lower the car more. So it's got a lower center of gravity. If you look at any professional rally car, they don't have a huge lift kit. It's sometimes even lower than stock ride height. So ideally I would switch to a set of real rallycross tires. However, real rallycross tires, even for cheap ones, can be $800 a set. And they don't last very long because they're usually a softer rubber compound. So I didn't want to do that, at least not yet, not until the all-wheel drive swap. So I was doing some research into cheaper alternatives for rally tires, and the one thing that everybody said that's a really good alternative for a rally tire is a small mud train. That's exactly what we got. We have the smallest mud train that you can fit. The reason why more people go with winter tires instead of mud trains is in order to run a mud train, you have to have a small rim with a bigger sidewall. So on Subarus that have bigger brakes, you can't clear a small rim. But on a Miata, small brakes, we can clear 14s and thus run small mud trains. So we're sticking with these mud tires until we do the all-wheel drive swap and have rallycross tires. But there is one problem with these mud trains, and that is that they rub. It's not too bad. It only rubs if I'm turning and going over a bump. But it does rub. It also doesn't hit full lock with these tires. And in rallycross, especially on some of the tighter courses, you need as much steering angle as you can get. If you go sideways, you want to be able to get full lock so you can save yourself as well. Being able to hit full lock is very useful. So what I was planning on doing, since I'm not getting a less aggressive, smaller tire, is getting a less aggressive offset front wheel. The wheels I have right now are 14x7 -54. That's the wheel specs, which is an insane amount of offset. I did that because I wanted cool poke when I was, going through the mudding trails. Now that we want to go fast, having a ton of poke isn't exactly useful. We can still manage a little bit poke, so I'd probably go down to like a 14x7 -25 offset, so it'll still poke, but it'll hopefully be enough for us to be able to turn. And the other thing is that those mud tires, the only thing they rubbed on were the fender flares. Get rid of the fender flares, you don't have rubbing. I'm really debating about removing the fender flares. I like the look of it without the fender flares. More practical in a lot of ways. Hi Audrey. I'm leaning towards removing the fender flares, but I could go either way, so I'm not gonna work on the fender flares right now. Until I publish this video, I want your guys' opinion, so vote fender flares or no fender flares. Keep in mind, we will be getting front wheels with a less aggressive offset, so if we keep the fender flares, it might look weird, I don't know. I will say that if we run the car without fender flares, we will go ahead and Bondo the fender up a little bit and do some body work just to get rid of some rust and make it look a little bit nicer, get rid of the holes. Seeing this more clearance here, it looks cool. Looks more trophy truck-ish instead of Miata with, I don't know. I'm just talking, so just give me your thoughts. Without fender flares, with fender flares. Yeah, I think if we clean up the fenders underneath the flares, I think it looks better without the flares. I also think it will look a little bit better with the tubular rear and front bumper when there's no fender flares. So yeah guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I know it was short, but I want your opinion before I move forward, so. But, let's have some fun in this car. This thing sounds so good. All the noises. Pops a lot on decel, it's awesome, but you guys can't really hear it because they're just quiet enough for the camera not to pick it up. I'm so bad at driving with one hand. Ah, God. You guys can still kind of hear the noises though.